By now, you're probably thinking about how you can make money by turning one of your own bright ideas into a business. Well, our guest tonight helps people to do just that. John Jants is the founder of Duct Tape Marketing. Hi, John. Welcome to the show. You know, a lot of people watching these inspiring stories are probably thinking, I've got an idea and I can turn that into a business, and some work and some don't work. I mean, what is the magic formula to turn an idea into reality?
Well, I think one of the interesting things about really all four of those pieces was the people were really passionate about the idea. It was something they were interested in, that they thought was fun, and that they wanted to pursue. That part you really can't overlook. So oftentimes people think of, hey, here's a way I can make a whole bunch of money. And I think almost every single one of those people said, here's a way I can make a difference, or here's a way I can pursue something I'm really interested in. And that is so key.
But they also want to make the money, and you need money to turn an idea into a successful business. So how do you go about to get the money, to get the financing?
Well, I think that today it's gotten even harder in some ways to just say, here's my business plan, I want to be financed. I think the best way to really go about it, and particularly if you don't want to risk everything to try to start off, is to really spend time discovering, is there a demand for what you do? Is there a customer? Do you need to tweak it or change it or alter it in some way so that you really get a little bit of momentum to the point where you can actually demonstrate there are people that want this idea, there are people that are willing to pay for this idea, and now I want to scale it. You mentioned Kickstarter, or one of the programs mentioned Kickstarter. There are really today some pretty incredible ways to fund things. So many people now are coming up with ideas where there's a small, maybe kind of fringe community that loves that idea, and now they have the ability to actually fund it $5 a person.
And that's even though you have no track record of running a business or starting a business, you can get the money?
Well, certainly. I think it's going to be a little harder if you're going to try to show up at a bank and say, here's what I want. But now some of the angel investors, the programs like Kickstarter, the crowdsourcing or crowdfunding options, really a lot of times you're looking for people that are in love with your idea as much as you are. The pencil person was a great example. There are some people out there that if you took that idea to a bank, they would laugh you out of the place, right? But there are some people out there that clearly love that fringe idea, and now because of everything that's going online, you can reach those people.
You know, for all of the successes that we've been talking about, there are thousands and thousands of failures that companies just don't make it. What is the most common mistake that people make and their business doesn't make it?
Well, I think the biggest thing is they fall in love with their idea. They come up with an idea, they hatch the plan, they say, here's what our business is going to be, and they go out there and they just try to force it, if you will, down people's throats. And you really have to be willing to discover what's going to work. Every single one of your examples or case studies that you shared, the theme that ran through every single one of them is they went out with an initial idea, but their business didn't turn up being what the initial idea was, because they listened to the market, they figured out what would actually sell, what people wanted, and the common term now is pivot. They pivoted their business to really meet what the actual demand was.
John, is this a good time to start a business? We see so often that all the reports we do on our program about a weak economy. Is this a good time?
Well, I think if you wait for the economy to be certain, you may be waiting the rest of your life. I think it's such a great time because the risk is so low in some ways because of everything that's gone on, that is going on online, with all the tools that are low cost and free, and the ability to access markets and networks globally, really for no cost, has really made it so easy for you to at least test an idea without really having to, mortgage your house to do so. So I think today, right now, is a brilliant time to start a business.
Well, you gave us a lot to think about. Thank you so much, John. John Jants, founder of Duct Tape Marketing.